Now for the latest in our series Streamlined, where we take you behind some of the biggest films and TV series hitting screens worldwide, a deadly virus and a dark secret. In the film Please Don't Feed the Children, a group of orphans fight to survive, only to face something far more terrifying. In her directorial debut, Destry Allyn Spielberg is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. Let's take a look.
Our parents, teachers, families were wiped out. Only adults were infected, and most were killed. They blame kids for the outbreak. Escaping's the goal.
And joining us now is Destry Allyn Spielberg. Congratulations on your debut.
Thank you.
So give us a sense of how it feels for you to see this story come to life.
It's a huge accomplishment because the amount of work and amount of time it takes to get an indie film made is truly a miracle. And from everything that we went through, all of our ups and downs, now that it's finally out and finished, it is, yeah, it's an accomplishment. I'm very proud of it.
And your dad, of course, is Steven Spielberg. Both of you seem to have a little fascination, I guess, with the horror genre. What drew you to this story in particular?
You know, I wasn't really wanting to make a horror film. That wasn't really what I wanted as my first film or just really in my future. And when I read the script, I was extremely riveted by it. It was more of a mixed genre. I love that they were young kids to work with. I love that it was more of an ensemble cast, and I just sort of fell in love with the story and said, let's do this one.
Michelle Dockery, she's terrifying in this role. Quite a difference from how many people know her from Downton Abbey. How did you help to get her to create this really darker space?
We were sort of coming up with different ideas on how Clara would react to certain things and to the kids, and do we want her to be more inviting at first, kind of like Hansel and Gretel, or do we want her right off the bat to be scary? And so I think it wasn't really until we got on set that we realized that we wanted her to be a little bit more inviting, but have that creepy essence behind her eyes. And through there, like her character really developed throughout the making of the film, and we definitely had a lot of fun with that as well.
And as you mentioned, this is a very young cast, a really emotional story. How did you help inspire them?
I think because we were all very similar to each other's ages, that my biggest role as a director is to make sure that everyone feels safe and everyone feels comfortable on set. And I think because we really connected as young upcoming artists, that we had a lot of fun diving deep into each of their characters. And I got to know them like family. So it was a blast working with them. And they're also eager and they're also talented. And I really wanted to create an environment that was inviting and special and different than I think what I would assume other sets would be like.
Do you go to your dad for tips or feedback, or you do it all on your own?
I definitely do it all on my own. I think I've learned a lot from him, having just grown up on sets with him. And of course, yes, like why wouldn't I ask for some tips? I mean, hello, that'd be wild of me not to, but no, the goal is for me to do it on my own, and they definitely encourage that we do everything on our own. And if anything, I would say that if I were to ask very specific questions, the answer would be given in a way for me to figure it out.
Got it. And working on any future projects?
I am.
Anything you can talk about?
Yes, it's called Girl, and it's a murder mystery, and that is all I can say.
Okay, all right. We will go and see it when it is ready.
Yes.
Destry, we thank you so much for joining us. You can stream Please Don't Feed the Children for free exclusively on Tubi.